Ladies as well as gentlemen, Papa Boris is back with the rest of this Rogue Hearthstone Arena run. Really fun deck. It's kind of aggressive, but it has a pretty strong late game as well. Lots of removal and nifty tricks with Conceal and Shadow Step and stuff, so I'm enjoying it. Lost a hard game against the Priest to Big Game Hunter, and of course also possibly some of my own misdrafts and misplays. It's possible that depending on what it was that I took over the Saps or the Ironbeak Owls, there was one key turn where I might have been able to silence or pop his taunting creature and just finish him off. So, good game by my opponent. It was a really solid game all around. Sad to take a loss, though. Let's take a look at this druid here, Nidomatic. That's a good name. And see how things go. Can I please be second? No! God damn it. Every time I draw it, I am... It's actually the same thing as the previous game, where I don't know whether to hold on to the Argent Squire so I can combo this on turn 3 or just play it on turn 1. I think I'll hold on to it. Make a dagger on turn 2 or eviscerate a 2-toughness creature should he happen to play one, and then on turn 3 I can do my combo. Alright, my opponent has nothing on turn 2. I'm really happy about that, so we'll make a dagger. No reason in this hand to keep my dagger, so we'll just start blinking on the damage. Druids heal a point of damage with their hero ability, so rogues can't really outpace a druid's hero ability. Knife juggler. Well, I actually... See, if I play Divine Shield on this, how many creatures will he put on the board? Probably one. I mean, he could make it like a Razorfen Hunter or something, but probably one. There's like a 1 in 4 chance that Defiant Stringlet will die. Yeah, we'll do this. We'll put this out. I think eviscerating it's just a little too quiet for my tastes. I'm going to keep the dagger in my hand in case the Argent Squire ends up running into the Knife Juggler and I have to finish it off with my dagger. I don't have the time to make a new one. So he's going to get 2 Knife Flings. That was fine. So the Divine Shield is on. So now there's a 50-50 chance that the Knife Fling that comes from the Popping Imp will kill one of my creatures. We'll see what happens. Alright, he gets lucky. But that's okay. Because I also get lucky. That's a pretty good draw right here. Yeah, we're going to play this. That seems... Well, I could wait for more imps to pop, but... No, this seems very, very good in the moment. So I draw a card. I can now use the Divine Shield to do that. I could conceal. No, that seems awfully silly. You know what? I'm just gonna kill this imp. I don't want to make any more imps. Whatever, man. Blap, blap. So my opponent is second to play. Has he spent his coin? No, I don't think he has. So he still has his coin. But I've got actually decent plays that I can play this. This is pretty big dude. Alright, so that was my opponent's turn, just making that, killing my 1/1, no problem. Yeah, I'll just make a big guy. I can also turn on my enraginess against the rifleman here, if need be. Having both of these cards is awkward, because you can combo one but not the other. It's kind of unfortunate how that works, but I can actually play this next turn and combo one of them, which is nice. Emperor Cobra. Well, that is almost certainly going to get eviscerated. Sea Giant. I could play a Sea Giant. Oh, okay. Playing Sea Giant here, bad idea. The Cobra will just kill it. So what we're going to do is, well, actually, let me think about this. I could actually play... Oh, no. I was thinking I could play this and the Defiant Stringleader and then Conceal, but I'm 1 mana short. That nerf to Conceal! Killing me here. What we're going to do instead, though, we're going to turn on Enrage against that guy. Going to play that thing, Majig. Activate the combo so I can eviscerate the Cobra. Pass the turn. So now my opponent could have Starfire here to kill my Gurubashi, but that would be his entire turn. I'm totally down with that. And then I could just pop the Divine Shield, kill the Loot Hoarder, so I'd be okay with it. I would be A-okay. Triggering this combo is actually going to be a bit of a bear, now that I think about it. But eviscerating that Cobra was definitely worth it to preserve my Gurubashi, and also make the Sea Giant, able to be played. Okay, what do we got here? I mean, I have lots of 2 and 3 mana stuff. Starfall. He's going to use a Starfall. That's actually totally fine. So it's still his entire turn, and he didn't draw a card the way he would have if it had been a Starfire. Ah, Assassin's Blade, pretty good card. So yeah, we'll do this. We'll combo this out. I would rather use the Divine Shield than the Assassin's Blade to finish that thing. Actually, wait a minute. My opponent has so much health, I'm really not in realistic shape to burn him out with the Assassin's Blade. So yeah, let's take 2 damage to the face to preserve the Divine Shield on my creature. And pass the turn. So I'm at 20 health. Probably don't want to hit creatures. Actually, I probably don't want to hit creatures anymore after that. But I do want to play the Sea Giant. That would be great. Oh no! Are you kidding me? Jesus Christ! Oh my god. What are the odds? Oh man. We got the big game hunter for my Sea Giant and the ooze right for my Assassin's Blade. You've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me. Jesus Christ. Scarlet Crusader. Well, you know what would be really great against that? A weapon. That'd be nice. Is he really going to pop the Divine Shield? He's going to pop the Divine Shield. What is he planning? I don't know what he's planning. That's a bit of a weird move. Okay, well, anyway, let's go ahead and just keep it simple here. Play the Sea Giant. Well, hang on a minute. Whoa, hang on. First, we're going to play this. Then we're going to make the Sea Giant a bit cheaper. And then, I could get cheeky here. I could swing first for 7 down to 17. Play Conceal. And then I've got 8, 10, 12, 15, 17, 18 damage, which is enough to kill him even after he armors up. Can he kill me? He's got 6 damage. Can Druids deal 14? Not really. We're going to try it. So you have to make sure that you attack first here. Because stealth goes away after you deal damage. Now, I have a Taunter, but again, the taunt is off right now. So my opponent can just attack past me. I'm assuming he will know that. This is the card he just top decked. He seems really excited to play it, so it might be something really good. That's not, amazing or anything. I can kill it, but that does stop my opponent from losing. So I guess all things considered, that's a pretty solid drop. That, by contrast, is totally unimportant. I really couldn't care less. He's gonna armor up. Does he realize that this taunt doesn't activate? We're about to find out. Yeah, he knows. My opponent knows. He knows how to play this game. Now, I don't have any silences or saps. Man, I really need when I play Rogue to have outs against this stuff. So I can't kill my opponent tragically, which means that I need to actually kill his things. So am I gonna play Sprint this turn, or am I gonna play the Wargolem this turn? Let's think. I kill this with my thing. I can kill the ooze like that, the dude like that. Sure, I'll take 3 more damage. No, I can't take 3 more damage. I just can't. I'll just trade 2 of my creatures in to kill that. So everything is clear on the board. Everything's totally dead except I have this 8/5. And then I think I'd actually rather have the 4 cards. Well, no, I think I'd rather have an 8/5 and a 7/7 than 4 cards. Yeah, so we're going to just do this. I'm not going to draw the cards then. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. No, one of my creatures does get to live. It's that guy, super enraged. Yeah, I can't afford to hit that guy with that Scarlet Crusader with my dagger. Just can't do it. It's too close. Too close for comfort. Okay, so anyway, I am threatening to kill my opponent. This is a total of 15, 20 damage. Even the armor's not going to do it. Druids might be able to deal 11 damage. It would be kind of hard, though. He'd need... I don't know what he would need. I'm sure there's a way for Druids with 9 mana and any 5 cards you want to deal 11 damage, but I can't quite think of what it is. Now that Wrath can't target heroes, it gives you quite a measure of protection against that kind of stuff. Plus I have a Taunter, so that's also good to know. And the next turn I can, just, well, either kill my opponent or sprint. So we'll see what happens. So Wargolem, not a fan of this card, but I think it was the right move. It was a bad pack. I needed something for my late game, and that's pretty solid here. Alright, he's gonna Wrath to deal a damage and draw a card. It's fine. So now my opponent lives. This is only 15, 16 damage now, so I'm 1 life, 1 hit point short, unless I can draw Cold Blood. or Eviscerate, which is actually not super unlikely because I get my draw for the turn plus Sprint, and then I still have 3 mana left over, which is plenty as far as, you know, Cold Bloods and Eviscerates are concerned. Ah, well, that changes, as they say, everything. So would I rather have 2 damaged creatures, or full creature and a damaged one? I think I'd rather have the one really damaged one over the 2 damaged ones. So before we do anything else, let's actually just sprint. Ah, well, I would have won had that not been a taunter.
Here we go.
Do I eviscerate that? Or do I remake my dagger? I think I just eviscerate here.
Job's done.
Let's really put the pressure on my opponent. Even if he plays Ironbark Protector, he still loses because my Sea Giant will bust it down, and then my War Golem will attack for the win. Okay, well, he's going to do that to can finish off my creature. This guy does deal enough damage, though. That's not going to do it. And that's not going to do it. Yes, indeed. Well played. Coin. Oh, yeah, I still have the coin. That's funny. Ah, he's going out in style. That's how you do it, folks. That's how you do it. You know, in retrospect, playing the Eviscerate was a mistake because if my opponent had played some kind of a little taunter, I would have wanted the Eviscerate around to clear it out for the War Golem to hit the damage through. So that was a bit of a minor mistake to play the Eviscerate like that. Anyway, that was a good game. I'm like a little, I'm almost a third of the way done with my daily quest. Woo! Let's hope I keep winning so I can play more games. That Giant is really good. And the Sea Giant is just such a good card. Definitely the Mountain Giant, which is the one that's 12 minus 1 per card in your hand, and the Molten Giant, which is 20 minus how much damage you take. And those would both have been worse in both of the games where it's come into play. Luby the Mage. A little scary playing against mages because they do deal damage to you pretty good. Oh, where's my Defias Ringleader now, huh? Well, we'll keep my 1-drop. But come on, Defias Ringleader. Aren't there 2 of you in here? Nope, not a chance. Well, this is actually fine, I think. I can play this on turn 1. Turn 2, I've got a little hole, so I'll just coin out the Grizzly and then play the other Grizzly. And I might even draw, you know, one of my innumerable 2-drops. Oh, God. Mana Worm. The Grizzly is a pretty good answer to Mana Worm, because no matter how big it gets, the Grizzly, the Taunter is in the way, the Grizzly Bear will kill it. Okay, my opponent's going to take a little point of damage to pop the Divine Shield. Very well. I could actually dagger up, attack, dagger, and kill the Mana Worm right now. No, we're just gonna get this Grizzly out here. No reason to suicide this thing. Well, is there? Hero ability will finish this off. I'm actually gonna pop this Divine Shield. I'm gonna pop the Divine Shield because the hero ability, I'm just gonna kill that thing off anyway. So I might as well get some value out of it before it dies. Now my opponent can trade hero ability, but that's 2 cards for 1 bear. I'm okay with that. Ha 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 ha! Well played. That is a good move, sir. Good move. There should be an emoticon for like touche, sir. Touche. Nope. I also have a taunter, my friend. Grizzly Bear works for you just like it works for me, bub. Okay. Well. Here's where I wish I were a priest and I could just like power word shield, but alas, that is not to be. So what we're going to do instead is the following. We're going to play this. And I could make a dagger and do that, but no, we're just going to play a bear. My opponent clearly didn't have a Frostbolt, or he surely would have used it, so unless that top deck was a Frostbolt, we're pretty much back to the same situation we were in before. Next turn is actually a pretty good one for me. I can dagger up, play this. The extra, the underprice is nice, and then dagger off one of these creatures. Alright, my opponent's just going to hit me a little bit. Ooh, That is actually really nice. I'm going to do this. So if we're gonna ping off that thing. Kill the mana wimp, so I just killed... this is just crazy. I just killed 2 cards with 1 card, and I still have a weapon left over from it. I mean, that's just crazy ridiculous. And I've got good plays. Turn 5, this guy survives Flame Strikes. Happy about that. Survives Fireballs, even. And then this guy is really great on turn 6. Not guaranteed, but not unlikely to get something good with him. This is an ooze, so help me. Okay, well, the Fen Creeper does rather own my Grizzly pretty hard. And I can't quite kill it. It's only 5. Well, with Shiv, this is not Shiv, this is Conceal. Okay. I was like, ooh, 1 mana, it's Shiv. No, it's not. Alright, we're gonna play this. It's a 4/3, which is pretty good. And I could give my minions Conceal. I could have actually played the Gurubashi, I guess. And then, no, I think it was good to get this out here, because it actually hits harder right now. I could give my minions Conceal, so my opponent can't attack them, and then next turn I can use the Raider and the weapon to finish off the Fen Creeper and try to save my bear. I'm going to do that. I think that is actually the right move. I'm going to give my minions Conceal. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to hit this Fen Creeper now, so I can use my 2 leftover mana to rebuild my dagger. Now the risk I run is that my opponent has some random life healing card, and then what I just did is just totally fucking me up the ass. But as long as that doesn't happen, I got to save my bear with Conceal. So my Conceal was basically like a 1 mana, your bear doesn't die. Oh my god, that's really funny. And by funny, I mean I'm gonna go in a corner and cry. Yeah. That's... Voodoo Doctor. Who plays with Voodoo Doctors? Honest to God. Alright, yeah, that was pretty bad. Eviscerate. I can't combo it out. Shit. Not quite enough mana. Well, we're gonna do this, I think. I think this is pretty good. So we're gonna pop. This bear has done his job, I think. Dagger. I can take 1 more hit from a creature, although I feel uncomfortable doing that. Mages, you know, with their fireballs and pyroblasts, they're always very scary. Now, next turn I can play Gurubashi and Eviscerate. Flame Strike kills both these things, but they've both done their jobs, so I'd be okay with that. Oh my god. This is so frustrating. This, like... so everything got hit a little bit. This doesn't quite get hit by either of those or by Eviscerate. The amount of frustration is terrifying. Okay. What we're going to do here is play a Gurubashi. I'm just going to take the 2-for-1. I'm going to Eviscerate. And I'm going to give up, I guess, the Raider, because the Raider can get silenced, and this guy can't. This. And I've got a life advantage. We got an equal number of cards, actually, here. I mean, 4 to 4. This survives Flame Strikes, so I think it's okay here, what's happening. I can sprint if my opponent gives me a quiet moment. Don't have enough mana to sprint and to defy us, unfortunately, but still. Interesting choice. I feel like I'm at pretty high life. You'd actually be better off probably hitting the Argent Commander, trying to work him down, you know? Alright, well this is a perfectly fine time then to sprint. My opponent had 8 mana and did nothing, which is very encouraging. I don't know, what would a mage have that they wouldn't play any spells and also not play any creatures? Ah, Mountain Giant. Well, that's one such answer. Another Voodoo Doctor. Oh boy. Well, I'm actually in trouble. I mean, this is gonna hit me pretty hard. 8 plus 2 is 10. I'd be in Pyroblast range. I'd even be in Fireball range. Can I kill my opponent? Let me just do a quick check here. Can I deal any damage to my Smith my own way? No, I can't. Okay, so I can play the Blade. That's 3. 3, 5 plus 4 is 9. Ah, I need Eviscerate, and I don't have it. Okay, well, we need to play this taunt for an absolute... Whoa, am I going to play Knife Juggler? I think I do need to play Knife Juggler. So I'm going to play Knife Juggler. This. That was fortunate. We're going to do this.
This is our town, scrub.
Yeah, beat it.
Let's do this. this. I could run both my guys in and kill it, but I'd rather not. I will believe in the heart of the taunts. Just pass the turn. So my opponent can, of course, Flame Strike. The awkward thing about Flame Strike is this guy will become enraged and won't die. Blizzard! Uh-oh. That's quite unfortunate, because now the hero ability will finish this off. Oh man, am I really going to lose this game? This is ridiculous. I might actually lose it. Blizzard. Oh, Blizzard. Such a good card. Wow, he's actually going to take a moment to kill my guy. I think that was a mistake. I mean, with me frozen, he should have hit me for 8 damage. Get me down to 10. Oh my gosh, I caught a lucky break here. So my opponent... Wait. I think... I actually want to play Fan of Knives here. The reason being that I can shiv my own Spiteful Smith later on for surprise damage. Ah, okay. Mirror entity. Fair enough.
Here we go.
Okay. So like next turn, I can play, for example, Assassin's Blade, shiv my own guy. Assassin's Blade deals 5 damage, I swing for 9. Frost Nova. Oh god. You know what's really... Oh my god! Oh my god, my opponent actually hit my Spiteful Smith. Oh my god, I can't believe she did that. Well, now I just win the game. Okay, so what would have happened previously is I could have played Assassin's Blade, I could have shivved my Spiteful Smith, the Assassin's Blade would have been 5-4, and I would have been 1 damage short of winning. But instead, I play Assassin's Blade, I swing for 5, and then I can shiv my opponent in the face for the kill. Well, since I had Eviscerate, after I would have shivved my own thing, I would have had Eviscerate and won the game anyway. But yeah, you don't wanna pro tip for the day, you do not want to ever enrage your opponent's Spiteful Smith when your opponent is a rogue. I mean, against a warrior or a shaman, you can, like, you know, take the risk, but not against a rogue, because it meant that she was dead in 2 turns with the dagger. Anyway, that was a fun game, really close. I might have made a misplay. Maybe I should have played the Assassin's Blade. Vince the Paladin. Is there a less appropriate paladin name conceivable? Alright, let's pass back this Cold Blood and this Conceal. We got a 3-drop, one of my favorites, it turns out. Oh my god, this is really hilarious. Like, every game that I'm first, I'm getting a Defiance Ring there. That's just great. That's just freaking great. I might actually just play him on turn 2. I mean, against a Paladin, perhaps having a dagger out to cancel out his little 1/1s is nice, but Jesus Christ. Yeah, too many things, I think, trump a 2/2, that just playing it is just too bad. Not because I'm holding out for the combo, but just because I don't want to throw the card away. I cannot believe it. Man, if I were first, this would be a totally different game. Uh-oh. That's not good. Now I wish I'd played him, of course. Well, how many lengths will I go to kill a pint-sized summoner? I could Fan of Knives to draw a card and finish her off with my dagger. That would keep Eviscerate on for next turn, so I could play it and combo out their Defiance Ringleader if my opponent plays another thing with 2 toughness. Or I could just Eviscerate it. Then I'm sort of wasting a mana. Wait. Fan of Knives. I don't want to waste a Fan of Knives against a Paladin. It kills all of his minions whenever I feel like it. After a Grizzly. Touche, sir. Touche. Well, here is a good time to play the Silver Moon Guardian, as that trumps the Grizzly really hardcore. In fact, I mean, he could even, like, Hammer of Wrath or something, but then they still just trade, so this is really great. My opponent really wishes he had a 1/1 lying around earlier to pop the Divine Shield.
We must
that is a way of dealing with my Divine Shield. Oh no, it's Noble Sacrifice. God damn it. What is he doing? Blessing of Wisdom on the bear. That's optimistic. So basically that Blessing of Wisdom is gonna just draw him 1 card. I don't mind that at all. Wow, not even gonna pop my Divine Shield, eh? The ooze against a Paladin I will hang on to. That needs to be hung on to, for sure. I think we're just gonna keep it pretty easy here. Oh, wait, there's a noble sacrifice there. Okay, we're gonna go for the epic mind game. I'm gonna run into this bear. Yeah, noble sacrifice. So the way to deal with that bear, and I think it does need to be dealt with, is to play Fan of Knives, draw a card. Another one of those, great. I can pop the Divine Shield like that, and let's make these guys. Now that the Fan of Knives actually dealing damage to this is really important, because it actually means that either half of my Defiance Ringleader will kill this thing. So of course he will want to then trade for my Silver Moon Guardian. Well, what's going on here? I've got 5 cards to my opponent's 5, but I think I've got board advantage. Oh, nope, never mind. Forget everything I said. Well, actually, the Consecration, you know what? All Consecration did was kill a Defiance Ringleader. Like, if that's all you're doing with your Consecration, I am okay with that, I think. Alright, let's actually trade. I'm getting a little low on life. I have to respect this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring out a Spiteful Smith and use up my last dagger. So my hope here is that my opponent will play something I can run into, become all enraged, and get a 3 dagger. And then I'm just going to start hitting him. I can't afford to hit any more stuff at this stage.
The gates are open.
Oh my god. I really needed some silences and saps and stuff, it seems. Eviscerates 4 damage is oh so frustrating. Oh my god, I don't think there's anything I can do to deal with that effectively. I could Cold Blood and just voluntarily 2 for 1. That seems awfully wrong. Gurubashi actually does survive. I don't want to throw this away, but I can't pretend. Oh, I can throw the bear away. Okay. Yeah, we'll do this. Yeah, we'll do this. So what I'm hoping is if he runs into my bear, then the Divine Shield will finish off the Lord, so I'll have something left on the board. It's just embarrassing. I hate this card so much, and I can't deal with it effectively. It's so sad. I never saw any buffs in this draft. No Shattered Sun Clerics, no Dark Eyed Dwarves. That was sad.
Not on my
Oh my god. He's gonna pop the Divine Shield. God damn it. Jeez. Well, let's think very carefully here, folks. I think there might be a good play waiting in the wings. So, what if I played a Wolf Rider, then played Cold Blood on this guy to make him a 7/3, swung, killed the Lord of the Arena, played Eviscerate, comboed on the Azure Drake, and then used the Spiteful Smith to get enraged against that guy. I've got 2 mana left over, and I can make a dagger swing for 3. Who is a pro player here, folks? Who is a pro frickin' player? It's Papa Boris. Man. So this is why rogues are good. Because, not just because they have removal, because they have cheap removal. That is the key. The removal is cheap. So, this is actually a really silly card, or it can be for rogues, because as long as he's enraged, my hero ability is a Fiery War Axe. My hero ability is literally it's the same exact thing. It's a 3/2. It's a Fiery War Axe as my hero ability. I would say that is even more insane than Shadow Form for priests. And it's a neutral card, neutral common. It takes a little bit of work, but hey, I mean, rogues can like shiv this, you know, pretty easily. I guess that's really the only one. Yeah, I think rogues don't have any other easy way of dealing damage to that. Honestly, this is not the scariest thing my opponent could throw down. Not in the least because my guy can just kill it. Let me think very carefully here, though. I got 4 plus 7 is 11. 11 plus 3 is 14. 14 plus 3 is 17. 18. I can't quite kill my opponent, sadly. Now, I could use the dagger to kill the Acolyte of Pain, thinking, well, what are the odds that 1 point of damage is going to make a difference? It's a bit risky, though. I'd rather just... I don't want to put an extra point of damage on this, because that'll put him down to 3, which means he dies to a Hammer of Wrath. Well, I think this needs to die. I will kill it. I think this needs to die. I will take a point of damage. I think that's okay. My opponent does get to draw a card, but that's fine anyway. Clearly, remaking daggers at this juncture seems good. I'll play the Gurubashi Berserker. And we'll hang on to this Shiv. The Shiv has a couple of different uses. One might be to enrage my Gurubashi and draw a card, and the other might be to kill something of my opponent's. Consecration. Damn it! Ah, that would have been so good if I could have used this guy one more time. Well, if I Shiv my own guy here, he becomes an 8/4. Survives against the Fen Creeper. Alright. I mean, that's the best way to deal with this right now. Everything else is sort of subpar. Plus we get to draw a card. Violet Teacher. Good card.
Well played.
My guy is a little bit fragile. Let's actually play a taunt in case my opponent has the, some charging stuff. He'd have to... Actually, Paladin's a kind of an awkward spot. He'd need, like, a third Consecration, because I believe he's played 2. Or a Hammer of Wrath is, like, it. I mean, or, like, an Avenging Wrath, I guess. Oh, my God! Who calls it? Who calls it? Papa Boris calls it. That's who. Crap. Now, it could have been a whole lot worse, actually. This is pretty fine. So my guy got enraged. My Spiteful Smith went away, but this is, actually 9 damage. So my opponent needs a taunt or something with his 4 mana that he's got here. Or a Hammer of Wrath or something. That will not save him. Well, does he have something else? That will not save him. Okay, so he's making the right play. He's just hoping I forget to look for the win. But Papa Boris, I wish I could say Papa Boris never forgets to look for the win. But Papa Boris does his best, and he's getting pretty good at remembering to look for the win. Good game, Vince, the extremely appropriately named Mafia Paladin. That was really fun. Spiteful Smith. I wouldn't go crazy picking that card or anything, but that was incredibly good for the rogue right there. It's sort of like I wonder if that should just be like a rogue card. No, that would suck, because you know warriors can put it in their decks. Shamans can. Even some hunters can. I mean, if you're playing constructed, basically as far as weapons are concerned, the hunter's main problem is that their weapons are like rare and epic. Eaglehorn bow is a rare, and then the gladiator's longbow is an epic. So in arena, you're not going to see that many hunters with weapons because they're rare and epic. I'm gonna just, well, hang on, I'm second. Let me mulligan some of these later cards. See if I can get my Defias Ringleader out here. Yeah, nope. Okay. Well, I got my taunts, which is not that great because I have nothing to protect with them at the moment. But anyway, yeah, so in arena you're not going to see many hunters with weapons simply because they're rare and epic. But in constructed, hunters really, you know, are just as weaponful as shamans are.
Put this apple on your head.
And not quite as warriors. Warriors have the Fiery War Axe, the Arcanite Reaper, and the Gorehell. Now, here, I think I'll just use Eviscerate to kill this. Let's not do anything fancy. We'll hang on to the coin. Rather than playing a bear and trying to trade the bear into the Knife Juggler, let's just kill the thing with my spell. And play bears, hold on to the coin. The coin could be nice. I mean, this on turn 5 could be really good. So, Moo Cow Sauce the Shaman. That's a great shaman name. Oh gosh. Well, now of course I wish I'd hung on to the Eviscerate, because it will take me several turns to kill that thing. Several turns. So my opponent, this is already paid for itself. I couldn't kill it. It's already going to draw 2 cards. I'm still not going to be able to kill it, because I have no more of my removal here. And yeah, things are going to get really ugly. My opponent's praying for a taunt totem here. He got one. God, Jesus. This is actually really ugly. That Manatite totem is just going to win my opponent the game. Alright, well, let's kill this. 4 mana, let's play a Violet Teacher.
Attention, class.
We're going to pass the turn. Hopefully, next turn I can actually kill this thing. It's already going to have drawn 3 cards. Please don't get a Taunt Totem. Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. That means a lot to me.
Handle it.
Raid leader. Oh, okay, that's a pretty good draw for my opponent. So this guy will trade against my bear. The Manatide Totem's gonna put in some work. Oh. Really? My opponent is gonna try his damnedest to just go the distance with that Manatide Totem. Alright, you know what? Fuck this Manatide Totem. I'm gonna kill the Raid Leader because that is the best creature here. So everything else can go suck a dong. Now, I can either play Argent Commander, swing at this for 4 damage, try to kill it next turn, or I can just play a bear. Actually, I play this guy because he gets in. Yeah, this is good. I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna play a Ringleader. You can keep drawing cards, buddy. I'm just gonna beat you through good old-fashioned value. So while you're, look, here's the thing. He's played 2 Totemic Might, which is like a dead card. So as far as I'm concerned, he's basically thrown away 2 of the whatever 3 cards that this thing has drawn him. Fork Lightning. Uh oh, that could be really bad. That wasn't that bad. So yeah, he's got, look at this, 5 cards and 2 totems. I've got, you know, 5 cards and 3 creatures, one of which is a coin. Stoneforged Axe, alright, so he gets to use this thing. Oh, I guess he's not going to use that. Earthshock, interesting. Ah, I see he's going to use that to kill. I don't know if that was right, because this thing has 3 health. He should have run it into my guy. Interesting choices by my opponent here. Anyway. Alright, so anyway, after all that happened, he's got a weapon, which is good, but, yeah. Okay, we're going to do this. We're also going to do this. Yeah, this seems good. And this. Cold Blood. I'm going to kill this Manatide Totem. Now, do Shamans have any insta-kills? I don't think they do. Oh, they have Hex. Right. So Shaman could Hex this. That would be a pretty good answer. Let's see if he's got the Hex. He doesn't have Hex. Oh my god. Well, that's good for me. This is worthless. Direwolf Alpha. Alright. I'm very glad to learn that my opponent did not have Hex. Let's play this to protect the Divine Shield. I don't want the stupid healing totem popping my Divine Shield. That would be awfully sad. Do I want to kill this wolf, or do I just want to hit him for 8 damage? You know what? I'm going to kill this wolf. The reason is, that way, yeah, let's play some more creatures down. That way, if my opponent draws a Hex, I at least got the value out of the Divine Shield. So now that the Divine Shield's pop, Lightning Bolt will kill it, Rockbiter Weapon will kill it. Looks like, well, Silence. So Silence is, I'm really glad now that I actually, popped the Divine Shield on the wolf rather than dealing 8 damage, because I'd much rather the wolf be dead. And the Silence would have, of course, taken the Divine Shield away. It's going to heal up. I don't really care about that too much. So we're actually kind of even. We're all sort of playing with the same level of creatures. Knife Juggler. Alright. Well, I have some options here. I could actually Shadow Step my guy, bring him back onto the table, kill a thing. Yeah, that seems great. That seems really great. Wait. Kids, remember, always attack first. Do I want to kill this healing totem? Yeah, let's kill the healing totem. It's nice to stop your opponent from building up a collection. Although I'm going to end up using the bear to kill the totem anyway, aren't I? Yeah, so let's actually just heal for 4 damage. Shadow Step. I gotta say, Shadow Step's pretty cool. This is 4 mana, so I can actually play a Knife Juggler. And this thing. Fling a knife. We're gonna kill the bigger threat. The knife turned out to be irrelevant. I want to do this anyway, just preserve my bear. And yeah, we're gonna throw some daggers at my opponent. I'm at 29 life, that's pretty good. Well, my opponent could obviously, you know, always like drop something huge and terrible. So I don't have that much power on the board. But assuming my opponent doesn't have any really like great drops, I feel really good about this. Lightning Bolt, alright, well that's fine. I think that guy's made his rounds. Oh man, well the problem is, now the Knife Juggler could always enrage that thing, or that thing for that matter, which is a bit scary. So, well, let me think very carefully here. I could play the Gurubashi Berserker, combo enrage on this, or eviscerate on that, and then trade a creature in. That seems kind of like negative card advantage though.
So many.
I mean, this Knife Juggler is actively hurting me right here. I don't actually want him to be here. Let's see, I get 6 damage down to 18? It's getting pretty low. Okay, I think I need to play this. Just see where the knife goes. Okay, hit my opponent. I'm actually very grateful for that. So now we'll eviscerate this. Swing, swing, swing. Rebuild the dagger. That's the turn. So what my opponent really wants is removal for this, like a rock biter weapon or a lightning bolt, so that way his Gurubashi can swing into my Knife Juggler and become enraged. If he's not able to pull that off, then my Gurubashi can swing into his Gurubashi and we'll have the mutually enraging Gurubashis. Please don't be taunt. It's taunt! No! That's not good. That is the opposite of good. It is bad. Fan of Knives. That's actually great. Yep, I'm gonna play it. Conceal. I don't think that actually helps me here. What we're gonna do is we're gonna kill the totem with my dagger, because that's free. Gonna kill the Wind Fury with my guy and become enraged. I think this, I don't need the taunt, so I'm gonna give up the bear. I'll attack here. And now the question is, do I play Conceal or not? I'm hitting him for 8 damage. It's not enough to kill him. But when am I going to use Conceal? Actually, I'm going to hold on to Conceal. I've got a Gadsden Auctioneer. Yeah, if I draw Gadsden Auctioneer, I'd like to be able to Conceal and draw a card off of that. So I'm allowing him to kill the Knife Juggler with his axe, but he's got to be a little afraid of that, because I've got this Gurubashi here. Ready to do some more work. He's make a totem, see if he gets a taunt. Wow, he is an ace. He is Ace McHotshot's son here at flipping those taunts. He's actually going to hit me, the Gurubashi here? Alright. Well, he took a lot of damage for that, and he lost his weapon. The Wind Speaker is a bit bad. War Golem. Well, I have to make a confession. That War Golem is kind of on the money here. Let's kill this Taunt Totem. Swing with my dagger. And, yeah, this is the time to play Conceal. So I'm threatening to kill him. Even if he flips a taunt, like a taunt flipping master, my Knife Juggler's concealed so he can't trade the Wind Speaker into it so I can kill the taunt. Nope, no taunt. And that's not a taunt. Alright, well, we beat the... What we just saw here was the experimental Manatide Totem with Totemic Might deck. I have the feeling that the player here, Mookhouse Sauce, doesn't that sound like the kind of person to try like wacky decks? He was going through the arena, he got a Manatide Totem, and then later he came up on a Totemic Might, you know, the 0 mana, your totems get +2 health, and he was like, whoa, I wonder if Manatide Totems make it worthwhile to play Totemic Might. And I think we just saw the results of that experiment, which is, no they don't. Because he was drawing cards, but he was playing Totemic Might, which is just losing a card, to give his totems bonus health. If that had been like Power Word Shield, where it costs a mana, +2 health, draws a card, that would have been a different story, but it was not the case. And this is a really good body. Sorry, I don't mean like her body, although that Violet Teacher does have a sexy. No, we're gonna pass it back. It dies to Shadow Word Pain and has 4 mana. So I'd rather get something either faster or less vulnerable. Well, this is just as vulnerable, but at least it costs 1 less mana. Okay. Gurubashi Berserker, kind of a sad card to draw against priests, namely because it dies to Shadow Word Pain despite being expensive.
Greetings.
The pleasure is mine.
You know, I'm gonna make an interesting move here. I'm actually gonna play this. I think it's better to put this on the board than to like dagger and miss a chance to put a creature on the board just to get this +1 health. Or a +1 attack. Alright, Shadow Word Pain. I mean, I'm fine with that. I mean, if you want to do that, then that's a Shadow Word Pain you're not using on my bear. Oh, look at this. The bear army. Guys, I gotta tell you something here. This is coming straight from the heart of Papa Boris. I love these fucking bears. I see a lot of good players who just don't take them or think they're bad. These are great. These friggin' bears are terrific. What do people have against these bears? Well, they died at Chillwind Yetis. That's one problem, I guess. But other than that... Oh, I cannot combo this out. Oh, fuck me. So the Wolf Rider's not super helpful here. It's just a 2-for-1, so the Yeti's definitely getting value. Dagger doesn't quite deal enough damage. 3 plus 1 is, unfortunately, 4. Well, my opponent's just going to get the 2-for-1. No doubt about that. We're going to play a second bear. Swing and pass turn. Well, the Chillwind Yeti was just good. I mean, I had a pretty fast start, a 2, 3, and a 4 drop. But he had removal for my 2-drop, and then he had a 4-drop to trump my 3-drop. So that's life. I could always get lucky and draw a... Oh, Jesus Christ. He's just like playing the awesome 4-drops here. Alright, I got a nice combo here. We'll see if we can get a little bit lucky. Flipping daggers. Nope. Not a chance. Not a chance. This is just terrible. This is just so bad. I can't even take how bad this is. So my opponent's getting massive card advantage because basically this 4-drop and this one both took out 2 cards, which is a little bit sad. My poor bear army has died. There's another Shadow Word Pain. All things considered, I guess I'd rather him kill that thing than put more stuff on the board, so meh. And now if he doesn't... Oh, he can actually heal his creatures. Oh my god, priests are so good! Jesus Christ, I just totally blanked on the fact that he can heal. If he couldn't heal, I could have used the Device Ringleader to kill off both of his things, but instead I'm just going to lose the game. Come on, Eviscerate. Nope. This doesn't really help me, but I need to see if I can draw a card that will help me, like a Shiv or something. War Golem. Not exactly what I needed. Well, we're going to play this. This is just horrible card disadvantage, but I just need to clear the board at all costs. Okay, so what he's got? 6 cards to my 4? Yeah, no problem. I got a War Golem. What could possibly go wrong other than Shadow Word Death or Mind Control? Nothing. Dot Steal. I bet he's going to take like the Eviscerate I've been desperately wanting to draw. Shiv? Okay. I don't think that's a priest spell. Why did he do that? That was very odd. Interesting. I could play Sprint and draw 4 cards, or I could play the Gadsden who dodges the priest removal spells, and then draw 5 cards. Alright, that might actually get me back in this game. Make a dagger, and then next turn, we're going to draw 5 cards. That is the plan. So hopefully my opponent has nothing good to do right now. I mean, his last turn was kind of unimpressive. He had those 2 amazing 4-drops, and then nothing. Shadow Word Pains, meh, whatever. The Lawinator. Lightwell. Oh, I'm so happy to see that. I could not care less. You can heal all the life that you want. Okay, that is actually a little bit more concerning. But anyway, I think the plan will need to continue on as planned. That was really articulate of me. Okay, well, I can't play anything just yet. Cold Blood. Yeah. Maybe I could put it on this. Kill that stupid Lightwell, trade, get Dark Iron Dwarf. Or I could... this is actually even better. Oh yeah, this is so much better. So first of all, I'm drawing a card for this, so it's not card disadvantage. So I'm drawing the card that I spent. We're gonna actually do this, and finish off the Lightwell like that. And then pass the turn. Well, now I'd say I'm actually back in this game by some miracle. I have a life advantage, board advantage, card advantage. My opponent has the play advantage. He is playing right now. I really don't care about that as long as... I see what you did there, sir. I see what you did there. So it's going to be a little bit tricky for me to kill that thing off. I actually... How am I a rogue and have no removal? What is going on here? Jesus. Okay. Well, what I could do is... This is actually very crafty play by my opponent, because what I can do is I can play the Argent Commander, but the issue is that I run in, let's say, I don't have a single spell in here. What, did I really just, Jesus. So, yeah, my opponent's about to be shocked by how bad my turn is gonna be, because, yeah, this thing survives. I have to use my dagger to finish off the abomination, and then this survives with 1 health. I have nothing here with charge other than this. Well, I guess that's what I have to do then. Yep, okay, so we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. I'm gonna take 5 damage. Priest's hero ability doesn't burn you. And we're gonna do this and kill this off. This guy's really great. Priests have a devil of a time killing this. The Shadow Words don't do it, and Holy Smite doesn't quite do it either. He's got 6 cards to my umpteen Kerbillion. He's got the play again, which is a nice advantage. I've got some big stuff. It's really just finding the time to play it. The Violet Teacher's not great because I have no spells. Weapons don't count as spells. Spiteful Smith would be good if I could actually draw the shiv that my opponent thought stole from me. That would be nice. Spiteful Smith, an Assassin's Blade would be insane. Eventually. Alright, Temple Enforcer. This shows his hand's pretty bad. Otherwise, he would have played it and buffed something else. This actually is really scary. Because 12 health is a lot. I mean, a 6-12 is just really, really large. I think I'm going to want to play the Sea Giant, although it could get mind controlled. If it gets mind controlled, I'm in serious trouble. That was actually a really great move by my opponent. I don't have any silence in this deck, and I don't have, you know what? I don't have any assassinates. I never saw a single assassinate. So what I think I have to actually do is try to go for the race. Ah, that dies to his Enforcer. Doesn't quite have enough health. I could Shadow Step this, deal 4 damage, get him down to 8. If I play this and it gets mind controlled, I probably just lose. Let's see. 4 damage. This thing's on borrowed time though. It's gonna die. You know what? I think I have to assume that mind control isn't gonna happen. Okay. Well. Let's get the Assassin's Blade. No, let's get the Assassin's Blade in here. Let's get the Silver Moon Guardian in here, because he has a Divine Shield. Just gonna swing. Swing. Pass the turn. Ah, boy. I don't know. I'm not sure if there was a way. Maybe I should have just like assumed my opponent doesn't have mind control. Shadow Word Pain. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate, but it is also life. I'm gonna take the time to kill my creature. And heal up. The Assassin's Blade by itself only does a net of 1 damage a turn, so it's not really enough. Damage. Another Dark Iron Dwarf. My opponent deals 12 damage to me now. I'm pretty close to death. Perdition's Blade. Oh geez. Well, doesn't really help me kill anything. This is quite unfortunate. Well, I'm going to swing at my opponent. I will play Spiteful Smith and a Kurobashi Berserker. And we'll pass the turn. I don't know. I'm not sure if there's any way I can really get around this ugly, ugly situation. Wow, he's rolling in those Shadow Words all day. Well, there's the mind control. Okay, so I'm actually dead next turn because this is a lot of damage coming at me. Yeah, it was going really great actually until this guy dropped down and I realized I have no Assassinate in my deck. So basically, I can deal 2 damage with the Perdition's Blade. 1 damage with the Shiv. That's 3 damage. And then I could swing for 3, so that's 5 damage. I'm 5 damage short of killing my opponent, and I'm dead next turn. That was a good game. Yeah, we never saw Assassinate. I would have had to have one in order to be able to get my opponent. You know what I really needed? Oh my god, you know what I needed there? And I didn't have? I needed a Conceal. Because I could have then played the Sea Giant and concealed everything, but I didn't have it. I had Shadow Step, which isn't the right one. Shadow Step returns it to your hand, and then it costs 2 less. I could have Shadow Stepped the Argent Commander, but it didn't really seem like that was... I still don't think I could have burned my opponent out in time. Could I play like Assassin's Blade, Shadow Step Argent Commander after attacking and attack again? I don't know. That was a tough call. Eviscerate. Okay, there's a little too many Eviscerates. We'll keep one. Keep the Knife Juggler, of course. Anarchy Din. That's nice. Well, we'll see what my opponent plays and what I draw before deciding about the coin. Swampoos. Well, yeah, we'll coin this out. Seems fine. So if he makes a 1/1, I can dagger up, kill it, swing with the Knife Juggler. I'm not going to play the Ooze against the Paladin. I mean, True Sliver Champion's a common card that is a must-take, so I don't mind if he's using his whole turn to make that thing, because I'm just going to dagger up and kill it. And one activation of my dagger takes out 2 of his dudes, so I win that game. The game of we each play our hero powers and do nothing else is a game that Papa Boris is going to win quite easily. Alright, my opponent quite wisely does that. Now, I cannot... Well, this is interesting. I could... like, play the Ooze, Cold Blood... No, Paladin's about to get up to 4 mana. He's probably going to have Hammer of Wrath. That's dumb. So I could the only way I could trigger combo and Eviscerate is if I play Cold Blood, but then that's just 2 for 1ing myself. Although only mildly. Just a little bit. It's like a little bit of like a hedge bet. I could I could Cold Blood, swing for 5. Maybe my opponent doesn't have Hammer of Wrath. Who knows? And then Eviscerate this thing. Now another option, kind of the more obvious play, is just a Perdition's Blade. No combo, deal a damage to it, swing at it, hit for 3.
Well met.
I feel like I feel like going for a little bit of life on the edge. You know what? Let's do this. Let's eviscerate this thing. I'm gonna hang on to my dagger, simply because it is useful for killing 1/1s, and I may not want to play Perdition's Blade next turn. I may want to play Silver Moon Guardian. If he does Hammer of Wrath, then I'll want to play this creature down. I don't want to play this weapon down. That will be silly.
Your magic.
Spellbreaker, actually not the worst thing in the world. That is a course of action I'm totally fine with. So now, actually, I'm just going to ignore him. Bit risky letting a paladin keep a creature on the board, but the reason is, and yeah, actually, I'm going to start swinging at him. I'm going to start going for the kill. The reason I'm doing this is that if he has a Blessing of Kings, I don't care that much about it. So this guy will have 7 health. And Fan of Knives plus these 2 will take care of business. Oh, he's doing the old play the big guy and not realize that I don't actually care about killing it. Yeah, I'm winning the race here by quite a big margin. So, yeah, let's go ahead and swing. What's the best way to do this? I play Perdition's Blade. No, I really just want to play this guy, but I can't because I used my coin. Crap. I could play the Ooze, it'll just die. So there's really no point in doing that. Ah, crap. I could Fan of Knives to draw a card? That seems silly.
So many options.
You know what? I'm just going to do this. May seem crazy, but my opponent can't play minions. So I don't want to play this. It'll just die. So yeah, my opponent can't play minions. This is very well protected. He'd have to smash his guy in and have removal. And I've got 4 damage coming down with a Divine Shield on it. So my opponent really needs taunt or bust. And I'm okay with those odds.
We must cleanse.
Alright, he's going to buff that. That's not that relevant. So my Divine Shield took a beating. That's fine. So here we go. We get to play this thing. Think very carefully. I got 4, 7, 8, 9 damage. Gosh. The odds. Actually, So if I just ignore his stuff, let's just say he'll need some kind of removal spell because he can like trade, but only the Divine Shield will pop. Yeah, we're gonna go for it. He clearly doesn't have taunt, or else he would have played one. My opponent is now dead to an Eviscerate. And worst case scenario, I can play Fan of Knives, draw a card. He's got to have something. Good, so he's going to suicide his dude. Gonna play the taunt, which he had to suicide the guy, or else the taunt would have been unplayable. He's gonna damage the creature of mine that has more health. And he's gonna protect himself from death, but look at that eviscerate just in time. We'll play Fan of Knives to trigger the combo. And we're going to eviscerate his face. Alright, I think I made the right play there. Going for the kill. I think if I had tried to keep on trading, it wouldn't have worked quite as well. Alright, that was a good game, Mr. Anarchy Din. We haven't had a... Oh, hey, I actually got that? That's great. Woo! Oh, yes, the Argent Commander is what counted it. Great. Alright, well, we're at 6-2, a very scary time in the arena, but I like this deck a lot. I feel like I have better odds to get to 7 with this deck than I have had in the past with some other decks. But, you know, odds aren't everything. The whole point of odds is that it's never 100%. I could always lose. You know, if I lose, it might not be that my deck was worse than other decks. It might just be that it was the less probable event that took place. Kiko, Mage is not my favorite to play against as a rogue. Don't particularly fancy getting beat down. Very odd hand here. The Conceal seems a little bit early. Let's ship back 2 cards. Man, those Defy String Leaders just do not want to have anything to do with me. Okay, well, I think I will just play the turn 1 Argent Squire. It's nice to have around. Please don't have Mana Worm, thank God. At least I don't have to deal with that stuff. Well, the Gadsden Auctioneer makes me kind of want to try to save my coin for later. Just because the coin obviously triggers it. My opponent will go ahead and do that, that's fine. Now, I don't want to use the coin yet, because I'd like to keep it around for the Gadsden Auctioneer, so I will again forfeit a point of attack, just to get her on the board. I have really no removal here other than my dagger, so it's kind of important to get as much creature presence again. Wow, my opponent has a very slow start. It is lucky for her that I also have a very slow start. Mirror Image. Ah, well, okay, that's not super slow. That's actually doing a pretty good job holding the fort. Sea Giant. Aha. It's almost playable. I'm going to play this guy. No. I need to play this. The risk with this is if she has the 2-1 charging Murloc, it becomes all of a sudden a 4-3 charging Murloc, which is a bit horrifying. But I don't want to play this because if my opponent plays like a single creature, like a 3-3 basically, having two 3s on the board against a 3-3 is really irritating. Right, Frostbolt to kill my 3-3, that's fine. And then hero ability on my creature, that's going to take a little while. So my opponent's just holding the fort. Little does she know, I've got a pretty good endgame working up to here. So I'm fine with all this stuff. Silver Moon shall not fall. Yeah, Divine Shield's not super great against mages because they can pop it for free. Druids and rogues don't like popping Divine Shields with their hero ability because they take damage to the face. What is that, a Cone of Cold? What would you cast on me while I have a Divine Shield up? Polymorph? Could be a Polymorph. Ah ha ha! I guess like a pro. Alright, well, the odds of this surviving are kind of unfortunately low. Oh, I could do... So what I've seen some rogues do is you play this, then you Shadow Step to draw a card, get it back to your hand, then it costs 3, and then the next turn you can play it again. So anyway, we're gonna play this. Let's swing. So do I actually want to do this? What are the odds this survives? Well, Mage has a number of ways of killing it. It's a turn away from Flame Strike, so we're safe from that at least. Yeah, let's just do it. So the Shadow Step replaces itself. And this costing 3 mana is quite the bargain. So now I can play this back down for 3 next turn. I still have 3 mana left over, plus a coin. So I can spend a total of 4 mana. Ah, that's a pretty good card. That is pretty unfortunate. For me. Ah, Fan of Knives, how perfect. Well, we'll play this guy back down. We will play Fan of Knives. Let's draw 2 cards. Shiv. Oh, unfortunately. You know, back in the olden days when this cost 1 mana, I could coin Shiv. Wouldn't that have been awesome? Here, coin is nifty because it draws me a card, but I can't do anything with the mana. So what I'll do is just, that. Okay, but what's the situation here? The mage has 6 cards. I have more. I have 6 and a coin and a creature on the board. She's up to play. And this is coming down pretty soon.
Give me a quest.
Questing Adventure. That's a bit scary. How do I have so little removal as a rogue? I guess I just don't have that much removal. Secret. That could be a counter spell. Who knows what that is? Who knows? Spiteful Smith. This is a really good card here, because got an Assassin's Blade behind it. Now, if I run my Gadsden in, obviously it'll die next turn to the hero ability. If I play this in its mirror entity, that would suck a load of ball sacks. But my alternative, I guess, is to play the Assassin's Blade and just kill it like that. I'm at max life. You know what? That's gotta be the right move. That just absolutely has to be the right move. Yeah, I'm just gonna do this. Now, you always want to draw cards first, I suppose. So I will actually coin out a Grizzly. Or this. Maybe this is better. Gets enraged, potentially, by Shiv. For a combo. Yeah, we'll do that. So we'll play this. Ah, it is Mirror Entity. Okay. So that means then what we do is we dagger this. No, I'm sorry. Well, that was a horrible decision. I kill that. And then I dagger that. This leaves my Gadsden at 2 health rather than at 1, which could make all the difference. It means the hero ability doesn't trivially finish it off. I've got Shiv back here, and an Assassin's Blade in play, so I can actually play Spiteful Smith. Ah, Frost Elemental. I'm actually okay with that. Freezing it, so this isn't attacking anyway, so whatever. So I can actually Spiteful Smith, play Shiv on it, draw 2 cards, become enraged. This deals 5 damage. Kill the Frost Elemental. That seems like a good play. I can also play Spiteful Smith. Well, I don't have to play Spiteful. I can just play Shiv, draw 2 cards, enrage this. Trade in like that. That doesn't seem as good as the Spiteful Smith, though. Yeah, we'll play Spiteful Smith. So Spiteful Smith survives Flame Strike. I'm really gonna do this? It seems crazy. Yeah, we'll do it. I'm drawing 2 cards, so it's not card disadvantage. Oh my god. Clearly I'm gonna do this. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. So now I'm gonna just kill this, go down to 22 health. That's still a fine number of health. We're gonna play Conceal, draw a card, and conceal my creatures. This is abso-freaking-lutely insane. Wow, I am so glad that rogue crushed me because I would never have known. So, Flame Strike normally could kill this with the hero ability, but because it is concealed, my opponent cannot target this with the hero ability to finish it off. And anyway, now she's below 7 mana. Blizzard! Oh my god, Blizzard's a very good card here, because it essentially wastes my conceal, since I can't attack right now. Arcane Missiles, that's actually a really good answer. Wow! That deserved a well play. That was freaking well done. Alright. I have a lot of eviscerates here. Hang on a minute. Can I win right now? I got this. Cold Blood. Swing for 8. Plus 5 is 13 damage. Plus 4. Will I have enough? Yeah, plus 4 is 17 damage. Down to 7 health. I don't know what's better than that. That seems really good. I wish I had another Cold Blood, actually. That would be great. Anyway, we don't need to kill this thing. I think I'll just ignore that.
Here we go. Thank you.
Do I want to put stuff on the board? Or do I want to just eviscerate? You know, I can use those eviscerates later. I'll just put stuff on the board now. So if my opponent has Flame Strike, she's got Flame Strike. All's fair in love and war. But that would be pretty much her entire turn. Popping Divine Shield. Polymorph. Okay, no Flame Strike. That's actually good. I'm okay with that. So I've got 2 eviscerates. This is 8 damage. And then I got 3 damage from my blade, so I'm just winning. Unless my opponent plays a taunt with some of her remaining mana. Wow, that was crazy. I cannot believe how good Conceal is. I'm so happy I took it. And the Gadsden Auctioneer, I knew about that from before, but man, that was just gold money, cash dollars. Okay, we're going to play this. Swing, 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 and we just need one more thing. Straight to the job. Alright, I was Wrecking Ball powerhouse. Thank you. What a polite opponent. I like Kiko the Mage. Kiko, if you're out there somewhere, I hope we play again sometime. Alright, well, we made it into the money, so our win or lose series, after a brief respite in the 6 wins and the 0 wins range, is returning back to true form. I was actually kind of surprised, so I want to thank everyone for the feedback that you gave in response to my Warrior video. I was actually kind of shocked. I really thought, like, well, I was committed, so I'm going to have to post this, but now everyone's just going to stop watching my channel because he's going to see how much I suck. But people are like, that was hilarious. Thanks for doing that. I was like, alright. John Galt, the Ayn Rand fan. Oh, man, I've played this person before. What was he? Was it a shaman? It might have been. I can't remember who he was last time. Let's see, what would be like the appropriate class for John Galt to play? Probably Paladin? That seems right for Ayn Rand, right? Am I thinking that through correctly? Paladins are all about, like, you know... Well, Paladins... No, because Paladins work for, like, a higher order. So it's not really, like, individualistic or, like, you know, do everything yourself kind of a thing. Oh, hey, look at that. That's the card that always comes out, you know, when I'm not... Second. I think it's just Defiance Ringleader. I think he just stone cold hates me. Look at that face. The guy hates me. He's like, Papa Boris, I fucking hate you. I will not come out to play. Okay, well, here, I think the good move is just to kill this thing. Good option now, better than the best option later. Let's keep my Knife Juggler alive and pass the turn. I could have, you know, played a thing and whatever, but make him work for it. Ah, well, that's a good answer to the Knife Juggler, that's for sure. It's a very good answer. That's a shockingly good answer. So what we're going to do is, as much as I want to coin this, or ooze and then play this, I'm actually going to just do that instead. So my opponent can deal with this easily enough. I mean, Lightning Bolt, Rock Biter Weapon will clear the way here. But, you know, make him work for it, make him actually have the card before I just give away my precious, precious Knife Juggler here. Man, this guy, I always feel bad playing him. Like, normally, if you play a 3-3 for 3, that's, like, pretty bad. But here it's, like, extra bad, because, like, you might be helping out your opponent, which is just a disaster. Well, I have a really good play next turn, assuming my opponent... Oh, no, Fork Lighting. That's a pretty good card. Ah, damn it. Well, damn it. Well, actually, okay, so anyway, that was terrible, but I still actually have a really good play. Oh, my God, I have a really good play. I'm very lucky that this was the totem that came out, because it dies. It's a Fan of Knives. I wouldn't say I'm ahead here, because my opponent did do a really nice job killing my stuff. I've got like 6 on the board to his 6, so he was really good. But I did hurt him a little bit with that Knife Juggler. Fork Lighting, well, that's 1 card for 1 card. I'm fine with that. And a totem, okay. Healing Totem, that's fine. Well, I'm going to need to get some good cards soon here. We're in the late game, and I don't have any of my stuff. I will play this. I'd actually rather play a creature than play a weapon right now. Hopefully he doesn't have the Charging Merfolk. Now I could do a little bit of a combo. I could shiv this guy and trade up against like a Senjin Shieldmaster or a Violet Teacher. He's got the coin. Oh no, 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 it's a Lightning Bolt. No! Jesus! Ah, damn it. That was very cute. Crap, I was totally going to shiv that and kill the Violet Teacher. Well, this sucks now. Cold Blood. No, that's terrible. It's just a 2 for 1. Well, my opponent caught right back up. I don't have any of my cards. No War Golem, no Sea Giant, no Argent Commander, no nothing. Well, you know what? Let's draw a card. Always draw cards first. I don't mind, even though those are quote-unquote free. I don't really mind it because, you know, they drew me back a card. Now, hang on. This is only going to be 4 damage. God damn it. Yeah, it's worth it, though. You know, maybe I should have shivved that thing. Yeah, that would have been smart. Well, anyway, we're gonna smack it, I think. No, we're just gonna trade. Whatever, what am I doing here? Just gonna trade. Just gonna trade, it's totally fine. Do I want to play this and risk getting blown out by a weapon? Yes, because I'm really far behind, so I need to take risks. Man, he's had a lot of removal. Like, he didn't play anything early on. Like, early on he had no removal. Then all of a sudden he had all of the removal. Oh my god, that is so disastrous. Can't even begin to explain. Ah, of course, the 4 damage against the 5 damage thing. Yeah, this seems fine. Let's eviscerate. We're gonna smack it in the face. I've got a lot of health. Why not, right? Let's kill this totem. Stop any shenanigans. Make a dagger. Pass turn. So my opponent is way ahead of me here. It's kind of crazy. John Galt, the individualist. But man, it was that one turn. I needed to have my guy survive so that I could shiv it and then kill the Violet Teacher. Although maybe I should have shivved the Violet Teacher and then killed it with the Perdition's Blade. Then perhaps, you know, I could have kept my 3-3 on the board. Yeah, that might have just been my mistake. We'll see. Okay, I'm going to do this. I still don't want to play that because it's just so easily dealt with. So, this isn't good. This is the opposite of good. This right here was a very good follow-up for my opponent.
We must.
Uh-oh. Oh, no, that's just insult to injury. Oh, my God. Well, now that my opponent's used all of his removal, he gets nothing but cards. That is sad. Let's see, what do we got here? 5, 8, 10, 15. Yeah, it's over. Alright, well, anyway, that was a fun arena run. I should give him a well played. That was well played. Good job, John Galt. Good job. So, we made it to 7 wins, finally. And with the Rogue. Some people would consider this an underpowered class at the moment. I think they're fine. They're just not my favorite. But that was really fun. That was some of the most fun I've had with the concealing and the stuff. So perhaps that's that. You know, maybe that little extra bit of that extra nugget of knowledge is what brought me over the top. Because if I hadn't had that conceal, it was really vital in some of the games. I might have lost. So with 7 wins, it does seem to still be always 2 packs of 75 in a pack, and then the 2 random prizes, which for me are dust and dust. Wow. If I'd gotten up to 8 wins, I would have gotten like at least another maybe like 80 to 100 gold. So that's a bit sad. Anyway, but I'm not going to complain because the next arena is bought and paid for. If you enjoyed the video, do please like and or subscribe. I would appreciate that tremendously. And if you can't get enough of Papa Boris, let's commence Papa Boris's Happy Fun Time bonus hour. Starting with the prize. Legendary. Nope. Ooh, I think I already have 2 of those. Damn, that's garbage. Alright, well, this is a pretty trash pack. Let's see how much of that was a repeat. Uh-oh. 3 of the commons, but the rare is new. Okay, I guess that wasn't the duplicate. That's good. And let's take a sneak peek at our next arena. It is going to be... Oh my gosh, I know... Oh my gosh! This is... Do you guys know what this is? This is my top 3 classes. Yeah, these are my top tier. So if anyone asks me, like, what do I think are the best classes for arena, these are my 3. Priest, Shaman, and Mage. So, I'll probably just look and see which one I played the least recently. Just play that one. Priest, obviously, we had pretty recently, so Mage or Shaman, one of those 2, they were pretty close to each other. That'll be it. Well, thank you once again for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will look forward to seeing you next time. Till then.